Hey, how you going? This is episode 2 of the Diary of a Serial Child. And this is season 2. Last couple years ago, it was season 1. And we went up to about 7 episodes and that was it. So I want to share another story about water because it's leading up to a real huge turning point in my life. In season 1, you heard about me drowning. And my brother pulled me out by my leg, which I was very thankful for. Thank you, bro, for saving me, giving me an extra 40-some years of life. I just want to share a quick story. We went to summer camp, and we were swimming in a big pool. I mean, big like long ways, but big deep, too. It was 12 feet deep. For those that are in Australia, that's 4 meters deep. 4 meters deep. Very deep. And we were doing swimming class, and apparently everyone was taught to go to the deep end and touch the bottom, either with your foot or your hand. Well, when I got down there, obviously I didn't know how to swim, but when I got down there, I just knew if I went like this, I could get up. But they didn't want me going in by myself, so they gave me a pole. So they put a pole all the way down to the bottom, and you sort of shimmy down the pole. And there was a lifeguard standing on the side holding the pole. And as I got halfway down, my ears started popping and it just got really uncomfortable. And then my breath started getting out. So I started kind of coming back up the pole and I was shaking it and trying to pull. And apparently somehow I lost grip of the pole and I just started floating in the water and floating all around. And all I remember is looking up and this pole is coming down on my head. And it's like jabbing me on my shoulders and on my neck and banging on my head. And I'm out of air and I'm just going bloop, bloop, bloop. And from what I remember, I just woke up sitting on the side of the pool spitting up water. I don't remember much after that. It was just absolutely traumatic. I think it just blacked out. Crazy scary. Mind you, this is the second time now I've drowned. So I hate water. And I think I only took baths from there on. But the point here is in our life, when we are in need of rescuing, sometimes people's good intentions actually harm us. And they injure us and they make the situation worse. But what I found out with my relationship with God is that He doesn't just sort of stand away from us and sort of try to reach us. He gets down into the water. He goes below where we're at, okay? And He lifts us up out of what we are in and cannot get out ourselves. Now in the Bible says that the deep is like the grave or death. Now that water was deep. That's what it's represented as, death. Now Jesus did not just stand on top of the water or stand outside of the grave and say, come on, get out of the grave, stop sinning, get better. He didn't. He went into the grave. He knows what it's like to pass from life to death. But He didn't do it for Himself. He did it for you and He did it for me. The Bible calls this the gospel. Is that God promised Him when He went into that deep that He would come out. Because He went in because of love. He went in because of someone else's life was at risk. And for me, personally, that was a turning point for me. We'll talk about that at the next episode. But God has so entwined the gospel, the good news, into my life that nearly every experience in my life, as a young person, as a child, as an adult, is all beelined back to what God has done for us and for you and for me. And so I hope that wherever you're at in your life, you realize that, yeah, it's deep as. And you ain't getting out by yourself. If there's somebody not standing above the water trying to rescue you, they've jumped in with you and they're next to you and they're going to bring you out alive. So I hope this is encouragement, and we'll talk to you next time to hear another page from the Diary of a Serial Child. Thanks so much. See you guys. Bye now.